Well, didn't need the giant eyeball dick, but thanks for that. Made it worse. Somehow you made it worse. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and I don't know what I'm gesturing at because as per the recording of this episode, I don't even have a self-made overlay yet. That's how little I know about the show and how much I didn't want to spoil myself for it. We have a new Patreon request for a new weekly series, which is Sentenced to be a Hero. Now, I would say that I know absolutely nothing about this. However, I do remember it came up in a seasonal anime review, and it was not in the top 10. Now, granted, in the seasonal anime review, we tend to do those so early that there are no English subtitled trailers for stuff yet. So I was probably basing my entire opinion on visuals and trying to guess, based on the description, of what was going on. Now, I believe I had labeled it as one of those anime that it was trying to combine a bunch of shit, like, I can't remember. It's a very popular one that's going on right now about all the prisoners that get sent to the island that's very deadly because nobody knows what's going on, and I don't know why they're being sent there. I probably thought it was going to be like a combination of that and I don't know. Whatever I said, you can look it up. You can look it up in the seasonal anime review, whatever season it came out. That said, though, I've heard good things about it. I haven't heard any specifics about it. I just heard good things about it. I think in a couple of anime-related podcasts that I've listened to. I usually skip over the shows that I'm not watching and skip over the ones that are past or in the future of shows that I'm watching so I don't get spoiled. So thankfully, I'm unspoiled for this. But again, I've also not looked at any imagery for it to refresh me on anything. So again, I haven't even made the overlay yet. That said, though, we're going to go ahead and watch the first episode now, which is my understanding a double-length episode. So we're gonna find out for certain. And to note ahead of time, usually what we do is when we come back, we're episode 2, episode 3, etc. We will come back with notes about the stuff that we saw here, as well as a concept board for character relations and whatnot to keep track of all that. So if I miss anything here in the first episode, do know that I will come back next episode and go over everything that I may have seen in a rewatch. So the normal rule is, even if you think that I missed something, give me at least one more episode, and if I don't mention the thing that you think I missed, then bring it up, because you gotta give me a little bit of time here. The first episode is to watch and enjoy. The second episode is to go over my thoughts, things I think are going to be building up, critical information, that sort of stuff. So, that said, once again, thank you to Mystery Patron that's supporting everything. And otherwise, let's go ahead and hop on in and see what episode 1 has for us.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
That's not a language I can read. I'm already liking the art style, though. Knowing they got like a book in a hand. The hero penalty is the greatest form of criminal punishment there is. Heroes stand on the front line of the battle with the demon blight and deny death. I tried. I'm saying this is similar to the line drawing that I feel like I got from Fate Strange Fake, which I'm really liking too. Well, very bright. Hopefully Kadokawa's not going to be super litigious. Ooh. Foth. I guess that's the name of the demons, the Foth. So he's gonna be a squire to the other guys? Okay, so he's running away with a coffin. I'm assuming he's one of the prisoners that got sentenced to be a hero. The temple is what, though? This is how you lose a foot. Pretty badass. Oh, okay, this is the guy from the art. I was gonna say, this is an episode 1 situation, so any of these characters could only exist to show us how harsh the world is. Wow, tattoos are on the neck. Resurrecting heroes means that they die to come back? Okay, yeah, I guess so. That's interesting. Okay, so they have to have their bodies retrieved to be resurrected. The first person, I think, makes it more visceral every time we do it. I just don't know when they got stabbed by the stick. Because it seems like they were... Did they push themselves into it when they were in the... Okay, so they're a separate group. Technically, he was stealing the coffin. This is a very, Dragon Age feel to it. I mean, they even call it Demon Blight. But they talked about sending up a signal. Oh, he's got the next thing too. Oh, there we go. Suicide Squad. I was gonna compare this to Log Horizon. We're legitimately the same thing. Resurrecting heroes, they lose memories every time they die. Good to know. I like Log Horizon. I mean, there was none of them left. I'm just wondering now, though, if they're being forced to be heroes as punishment. Who's enforcing it when no one's here? So we know what Dota's crime was. Why would they be transporting an empty coffin? Oh, okay. If they were in retreat and they were leaving a temple, and that's what the guy's saying, oh no, the temple was, then this must be the dead body of some, like, a saint or something, right? Well, it's good that your gods come in physical form. Oh, goddesses are weapons. That's good to know. I'm sure that's going to be an insult later. I thought you were going to be a huge whale-like thing. Yeah, doesn't seem like the knights do a really good job. Ow. Fucking arm. That one did all the work for you. Yeah. They're getting their money's worth on the red paint in the drawing department. I mean, two people with their helmets off. Those gotta be characters. I guess no one's left alive that saw Dota steal the coffin. Or except for that other guy, the guy who ran away. Okay, I guess Xylos got imprinted upon? He looks angry. I'm pretty sure that's part from the trailer that I did see.
そのプライドと承認欲求の強さ。やはり本物だな。
Okay, I thought he was getting a lot angrier than he actually seemed to be.
それもおそらく三軌道の13番目の女神。
私は女神テオリッタ。人々に奇跡をもたらす守護者です。
テオリッタ。
I'm assuming there was a reason for her not being activated, especially when they seem to be failing and dying all over the place.
それこそが私の意味のすべてです。
簡単に言いやがる。くだらねえ。俺は女神が嫌いだ。
He is angry. Also, if she's not been activated, why does she have a scar across her face? Man, all it takes is one rock. Not that rock. Really fucks up your day when you're skiing downhill like that.
派手にやって陽動にならなきゃ意味がねえ。もう分かったよ。
10時の方向、指1本分くらいくじより。
あっちか。
なるほど。あの貧相な方も目はよろしいようですね。
Yeah, all it takes is doing this. So I said, she imprinted on you. Well, that one's green. Because it's the leader one. God, I love this animation. Didn't bode well when the goddess is impressed by your normal human shit. Again, who the fuck is gonna sentence these people to anything? These knights can't handle shit. So who's enforcing anything on these guys? Who held them down long enough to put a magical exploding thing around their neck? Again, at this point, the goddess is doing less than the thief. I thought we were about to see the element of them dying and then getting resurrected. I'm sure it's going to be the classic dying fucking sucks and hurts, as they indicated already. Plus the memory loss. She does have a feel of, what was her name? Frederica from 86?
おい、まだ生きてるな。ああ、助かったよ。まさか援護が来るなんて。すぐ逃げろ。急げ。どういうこと？貴様、懲罰勇者。勇者だと。どうして大変？
Yeah, no shit.
なぜこんなところに？
Does that imply that there's like normal heroes that aren't penal heroes too?
なんか嫌な雰囲気だけど。
命令だ。さっさと逃げるんだよ。また次の一軍が来る。我々に構うな。貴様らに助けられるなど名誉に関わる。
I mean, you could still die out here if that's the literal hill you want to die on.
所詮は勇者ってこった。つべこべ言わず。
分かっていますよ、我が騎士。彼らを見捨てて逃げるなどありえません。ね、ですよね。
待て。その金髪、その瞳、まさか。
I assume they're going to be retreating from the same temple.
なぜその方を連れている。輸送隊に引き渡したはずだ。答えろ。答えたら剣を下ろすのか。
I mean, you're only going to get pissed off again. You're going to find out she got stolen.
まあまあ、今はそんなこと言ってる場合じゃないって。まだ次が来るよ。なんとかしなきゃ。
ザイロ君、どうした？聞こえますか？
ベネティム、いきなり通信をつなぐな。
大変なんですよ。大変なことになりました。すごく大変です。
ベネティムはいっつも大変ですだよね。
そうなんですよ。もう終わりかもしれないってくらい大変です。
Do my best not to call this person Vietnam, because that's just what I'm reading.
今の聞こえたろ。あ？これで余裕あると思うか。
ないような気がしました。でもこれ言わなかったら後でザイロ君怒りますよね。
なんだよ。
聖騎士団の本体が魔王現象に向かって動いてます。
I'm assuming they're supposed to be retreating,
わかった。
and this is a mistake.
神殿に報告せよ。ベネティム、今なんつった？
言わなかったらザイロ君怒りますよねって。
Well, we got a cute guy on our hands.
ああ、そちらの森で体制を立て直していた聖騎士団の皆さんが魔王現象に対して戦列を組んでるって。なんでも魔王現象の進行をここで食い止めるとか。
あ？どういうことだ？
そんなの私にわかるわけないじゃないですか。
おい、お前らの指揮官は何を考えてやがる？撤退連絡が伝わってねえのか？
I guess he did put his sword down.
まさか。もともとそういう計画だったのか。
Was it a suicide march?
そうだ。キビア団長の決めたことだ。キビア？そいつはアホなのか？貴様！我々はあの方を信頼する。あの方と聖騎士団の名誉のためなら、命を落とすことなど厭わない。
Again, the other guy said, "You don't mean the temple," and then ran.
死にかけのお前らに何ができる？
さっきの話なんですけど。
なんだよ、さっさと言え。
助けに行かなくていいんですか？聖騎士団の過半数が死んだら勇者部隊の作戦も失敗ですよ。死ぬだけじゃなくて蘇生の後は火あぶりとかですかね。きっと苦しみますよ。すごく大変ですよ。
If they can resurrect you, then they can just kill you again as punishment.
情けない顔をしてるのですか。窮地に陥った人々を助けるのは最大の名誉です。
We're gonna corrupt the shit out of this girl, I feel like.
黙れ。ベネティム、聖騎士団はどこまで迎撃に出てる？てめえ今調べてんのか？
いやいや、まさか。
I just really get the sense that this is gonna be the show where she's gonna be asking questions and learning shit from these people. Lessons that she should not be learning.
合流する気ならやめておけ。ただの足手まといだ。我々はキビア団長と共に戦って死ぬと決めた。勇者風情に何がわかる？いいから南へ抜けろ。お前らの別動隊を叩いたフェアリーは追い返した。何？森の南端にたどり着けば俺たちを監督する部隊がいる。そこでベネティムってやつを殴っとけ。 俺はこれからお前らの指揮官に文句を言いに行く。本当に我々の撤退を支援するのか。どうだ、作戦続行だ。
I mean, they don't have much of a choice.
正気なの？
This is like a fantasy Suicide Squad.
正規師団と合流して奴らの改装を防ぐ。
さすが我が騎士、そうでなくては。
僕は反対。サイロだって正規師団なんかのために死ぬのは嫌だろ。ほら、だって君は。
黙れ。
I feel like we're just about to establish his backstory.
死んだっていいと思ってる。死にたがる奴は大嫌いだ。でもな、それを理由に見捨てたら後でこいつらに舐められる。
They already do.
我慢ならね
何それ。
え。行くぞ。正規師団が壊滅したら。
I will say I do want to know more about this world. Like I want a scene of a map, some backstory, more than the demon blight approaching and whatnot. Who instituted the hero system and why?
今のうちに補給しておけ。
I mean, at least they fucking glow in the dark. They're not gonna sneak up on you. Thunder Squad. Gonna be guns? Cannons? There we go with the music. I'm assuming this is gonna be the dumbass captain. Oh, the one that fires early? There's always one in the crowd. No, good on him. And those are like the weapons that the thief kid has. Dados. There we go. That's different. So wait, are the demons like corrupted animals? The fairies look like giant corrupted toads. Those look like giant corrupted apes. Yeah, electricity will do that to you. This feels like an element of Spellbinders. Any of you who are familiar with 80s to 90s Australian or New Zealand sci-fi children's shows.
じゃあもういいんじゃない。多分あいつらは持ちこたえるって。
何を言っているのです。あなたは勝利の栄光を分かち合いたくはないのですか。
そんなの僕らが分かち合えるはずがないよ。
I guess. I mean, the glory, yes. Probably not the revelry. Again, I like the animation, not so much what they seem to be doing there with the CGI soldiers.
フェアリーどもは別方向からも迂回してくるはずだ。奴らを支配する魔王には知性があるし。
Oh, I was about to say, it sounds like intelligence.
さっさと合流して。
I think we just got introduced to the Demon Lord part.
あいつは？
あら？
マジかよ。
従者の方はどちらへ？
He's a thief.
知るか。俺たちが信用できないクズだと真っ先に証明しやがった。次やったら殺してやる。
やはり頼れるのはこの私しかいませんね。奇跡の力が必要でしょ。
言ったはずだ。女神の力は。
You know, unless things get desperate, and they will, because this is a double-length episode. But it feels like a waste if we're giving superpowers to criminals. Why not to the knights? That really feel like that needs to be explained. I guess alternatively, this guy is just superpowered. Coincidentally, a criminal. I mean, depending what they do to you when they land on... Okay. That's horrific. Not a lot of people can dodge the rain, essentially. I mean, it seems pretty clear who's going to be the power fantasy character of the show. I mean, they've really built in the threat, too. What happens to this guy when he starts forgetting stuff because he dies? Well, they're not. That transport's actually dead. We saw that.
若き士、どういうことですか？
言ったろ。俺は女神が嫌いだ。我が騎士はこいつらの中から探せ。
It's gonna be a matter of forsakenness, or one of the goddesses betrayed him, or let his village burn, or...
お前は何者で何がどうなっている？
そうしたいところだが、今は説明している場合じゃねえな。
Okay. I thought she was gonna be stupid and like activate his explosive neck thing or whatever. They are corrupted animals, of course, obviously. You got that right. Not sure how you corrupt things in the air when your stuff's on the ground, but okay, cool. Okay, 13th goddess, 47th demon lord. Which seems to be a corrupted bug. Or something. No, I'm going with bug. That seems bug-like. Seems like maybe you should aim lower. Take the ground out from under it.
やめておけ。周辺一帯が吹き飛ぶ。
Well, yeah, but if you're trying to stop it for sure, blow up the whole area, which doesn't mean anything. You can stop the Demon Lord.
ここで持ちこたえるのは無理だ。交代して東へ抜ける。
方針は変えない。死守だ。
叫んだ。俺たちは撤退を支援す
I
る。
guess maybe this is the difference between a penal hero and a regular hero.
貴様勇者か。
ああ、だから来た。
ガルテイルの司令部は最終的な判断を指揮官に委ねると告げた。ならば名誉のためには命を惜しまない。
てめえらの名誉なんて知るか。
名誉こそが重要だ。
うんざりだ。
They're really gonna have to flesh this out if I can understand the motivations behind these characters.
勇者の末路など知ったことではない。死にさえ値せぬ罪人どもめ。大体女神様がなぜここにいる。
私は我が騎士ザイロに。
Yeah, kind of haven't established the fact that they needed to make some sort of covenant or pact.
ここを我々の墓標とするつもりだった。なのに。待て。ザイロだと。
Seriously? Okay. Say, better not get your ass killed before we figure out, because you know information that we need to know now.
嘘だろ。
Well, didn't need the giant eyeball dick, but thanks for that. Made it worse. Somehow you made it worse. Legitimately, who's alive out here to give that? Dude's eyeball dick and ejaculating. The crabs? What the fuck? It's horrific. Worse than disaster. I mean, granted, they're not falling back and running. I guess she can't activate her goddess powers unless they form the covenant or whatever the hell they said. I gotta imagine Thief Dude's gonna show back up again here before the end. Or they died there and they're about to get resurrected back at the temple? No, okay, we're still here. Or does she grant her power to knights? Is it not that she gets power and activates it, but she grants power to others? Oh, there we go. There's the backstory element. The again part. She's dead. We needed a named character to die. I'm sure that must have been her. There we go. So is he this strong because he made a previous pact with another goddess, and then he let that one die, and that's why he's a criminal?
このままではさらに多くの命が失われます。あなたはそれでいいのですか？
うるせえ。俺は
So I also gotta wonder what the emblem on his chest represents, if that's the case.
たとえあなたが私を女神を嫌っていても、私はあなたに勝利を約束します。
Blood pact? Is it a blood pact situation?
もう他に方法はね
承知しました。では契約の代償を差し出しなさい。契約の方法は
え。分かってる。これでいいんだろう。手を
I just get done watching Fate, so
では
hand crests are my bread and butter now, I guess.
己が偉大な存在であると誓えますか？
誓う。さっさとしろ。
いいでしょう。我が騎士ザイロ、あなたに女神の力をお貸しします。
I'm just wondering, is it gonna be like he was powerful before because he had the power of a goddess? Now he's got like the power of two goddesses?
人生が台無しだ。
There we go.
接続は完了。我が騎士の意志を共有します。どのような祝福をお望みですか？
ああ、派手にやってくれ。ここで押し返す。
ここで押し返す。いい覚悟ですね。では、女神の力を
I've been fucking surrounded.
喜んで祝福しましょう。祈りなさい。私は剣の女神テオリッタ。
Oh, there we go. That's convenient. It's funny 'cause I just got myself drawn to Gilgamesh from Fate, so can't get more fucking Gilgamesh than this.
いかがですか、我が騎士。この偉大な力を好きなだけ称賛し、崇め立てまつる
Head
ことは許
pats.
し
We already established this. Head pats.
ザイロ、許すと言っているのです。頭を撫で。
悪いが、先にやることがある。
Also, I've been hurt before, and I can't get close to somebody else.
まずは
100% the message I'm getting here.
次の剣を。
もっとく、後で必ず称賛するのですよ。
ここを生き延びれたらな。
I have to think that that guy that ran away is probably the knight that was promised to her, because otherwise,
いつ言え。せや。
otherwise I can't imagine. Oh, she's still alive.
ギビア、お前らは暫定相当だ。負傷兵の救出も急げ。
なぜ貴様が命令する？勇者風情がそのような。
生き延びるために決まってんだろ。俺は死ぬつもりがねえし、お前らが死ぬのを見るのもごめんだ。だから魔王を殺す。
Because again, I imagine that's going to be the dynamic later. That guy's going to show back up. That was supposed to be my goddess. He's a person of stature. This is a criminal.
ザイロ、
It's going to be a whole social thing.
名誉のために。
といつもこいつもくだらねえことばかり抜かしやがって。名誉のためだ。アホじゃねえのか。
And the previous goddess probably died because of seeking honor and glory, right?
思いっきり暴力を振るいたい気分だ。 覚悟しやがれ。
Yeah, I'm just surprised that thief guy didn't show back up.
落ちんなよ。
I guess maybe he was a piece of shit.
私はあなたたち人間を心配する側です。我が騎士、ここは私の役目です。
いや、まだだ。
I legit thought I was just gonna carve through him and go through like the rest of them.
女神にも限界があるのは知ってる。お前らは無理をすると散る火花が強くなる。
それは
死ぬまで戦おうとするな。そんなことで俺は褒めない。それに戦術は騎士に任せるのが女神ってもんだろ。
I mean, I feel like we pretty effectively learned enough about his past to know that he used to serve a goddess. She must have died. That's why he's become a criminal, or was labeled as a criminal.
なかなか見事です。では次は私が。
まだだ。
And again, why he's being overprotective right now.
手をりった突き抜けるぞ。
次こそ私の。
And again, why he didn't want to form a pact, because he didn't want to replace that person who was clearly close to.
別に怖がってなどいませんよ。魔王を撃つことこそ女神の本体。今こそ私の役目を。
まだだ。もう少し。
Again, though, it's just insane how much more powerful he is to the rank and file. I mean, maybe chop off its eyeball dick? That would probably be helpful.
ここだ。
ザイロ、このままでは囲まれます。そろそろ出番なのでは。
ああ、道を開けてくれ。盛大に頼む。
もちろん、刮目してご覧なさい。
See, if only her swords exploded like the ones he threw.
大丈夫です。我が騎士の望みは伝わりました。
できんのか。
ええ。私は女神ですよ。ただ経験に祈りなさい。
望んだ通りの代物だ。
I could totally see where this would come from like a manga or something. This feels right at home in a donwa. Very heroic music we got going on too. And yet didn't cut off the eyeball deck.
我が騎士。
よし、これで。手をりった。
Again, the resurrection thing has to come into play.
サイロ、体の傷は。
You don't just bring that up and not have someone die and get resurrected in the first episode.
我が騎士、聞こえますか。こちらを見なさい。
サイロ
I legit thought you were never coming back.
盗んだな。
これは違うんだ。陣営に忍び込んだら目の前にあったから。
Infiltrated the camp full of people dead and dying.
それって？
ダイヤルのメモリと溝の形で威力を調整できる。俺が知ってる型で。
Fine tune it for what? I assume it just destroys everything.
もう一発でかいのをお見舞いしてやる。今度こそ終わりだ。
See, if this show had guts, they would have just kicked that down his dick hole. I know, I'm saying that a fucking lot. It gave us a monster with a big fucking giant eyeball dick. Hell of a first episode, though. Oh, I guess we are getting close to the end. Credits. So I'm also wondering, 47th Demon Lord, does that mean that they've killed 47 so far? Or there's 47 others? At least.
魔王現象を失えばこうなる。魔王を仕留めたことは何度かあるが、ここまでバカバカしい結末は初めてだ。
Again, implying that there have been others, but doesn't actually answer the question.
我が騎士、見事に魔王を討ちました。それも女神のこの私の偉大な恩寵があってこそです。よもや不服と申すのではないでしょうね。
ねえよ。
では、
Again, he's emotionally damaged. I understand him as a character archetype.
私を褒める時間ではありませんか。
ああ、よく生きてた。
変わった褒め方をしますね。生きてるだけで褒める。
Headpats, come on.
それだけで十分だ。本当はな。
He's trying to remain distant because of the loss he's already suffered. Also, I'm recognizing that it's not a scar, it's just kind of like the crest, redlining.
知らねえよ。他人が決めることか。
そうですか。では、あなたの言うことが正しい。
Also, I'm noticing from the credits it would have been from a Donghua, huh?
打ち果たした私はものすごく偉大ということですね。
かもな。
もっとです。もっともっと褒めることを許可します。さあ早く。ためらう必要はないでしょう。ほら、準備はできています。いつでも構いませんよ。
I mean, credit him for not exploding, because I keep feeling he's about to emotionally blow up.
わかったよ。
Because of this tortured backstory, like any hero should.
やっと見つけたぞ。貴様、やはりザイロフォルバーツか。倒れてるやつはドッタルズラスだな。まあいい。輸送中の女神を盗み、衝動員まで奪い、
I mean, he did.
魔王を討伐した。やはり貴様は大罪人だ。
ああ、そうだな。
女神テオリッタ、あなたは本来我々第13世紀師団がガルトゥイリ要塞に送り届ける予定でした。すでに輸送隊も出発していたのですが、その勇者があなたを盗み出し、独断で契約を交わしたのです。
What do you actually expect to do here?
そうですか。
Dude destroyed a demon lord.
それが運命だったのでしょう。私は
But sometimes the comedic eyes get to me too.
我が騎士として信じます。彼こそは全ての魔王を打ち果たす者、我が恩寵を受けるにふさわしい騎士です。
しかし女神よ、あなたはその男の
They're gonna blame him for the death of the goddess, right?
どのような罪があるのです？
女神殺し。
There we go.
かつて聖騎士だったその男は契約を交わした女神をその手で殺したのです。
And of course, he didn't. He's getting blamed for it because obviously he feels so much regret that it can't be that he killed her, unless maybe he was made to. It's possible. I don't know, guy staring from the background kind of looks like he might be responsible.
連合王国第五聖騎士団団長。お前は自らの聖騎士団を率い、事件当日の前夜より魔王現象11号に接近した。そして夜明け前、女神セネルバを伴って
Okay, they're blaming him for the death of her due to incompetence. That's a different thing.
間違いない。やっぱりあいつが。俺は魔王現象11号と戦った。きつかったよ。何しろ予定されてた援軍が来なかったんだからな。質問にだけ答えよ。被告者は女神を伴い独断で交戦に及んだ結果、部隊に壊滅的な損害を生じさせた。この報告に間違いはある。独断じゃない。正式な命令があった。ガルトゥイル要塞は命令の。
Okay, so here we go.
そのような記録はない。
They are kind of trumped up charges.
早馬は正規の伝令だった。命令書ではユトブ方面七人一丸歩兵隊って奴らが。そのような部隊は存在しない。お前は独断で功を焦り、部下と女神に無謀な戦いを強いた。違う。俺は以前からお前の部隊には独断的な行動が目立った。
Like I said, the political thing. I was expecting the political thing. Here we are.
戦場なんだぞ。現場での判断が必要なこともある。その権限もあった。連合王家より与えられた権限だ。何よりお前は最後には女神セネルバを殺害した。これも間違いはないな。
I'm gonna suspect she got corrupted by the demon? That he had to save her or something? Not save her, but... Is that the guy for the transport?
救出を指示された部隊は見つからなかったし、合流するはずの援軍も来なかった。俺たちは孤立して来るはずがない。そもそも命令など存在せず、お前の独断だったからだ。違う。
I don't know, I just didn't throw that ball at this guy's face.
セネルバは、女神は、部隊を助けて感謝されたがっていた。俺たちに褒められるために命を懸けて戦い続けた。それで力を使い果たした。
There we go. What did I say? Corrupted by the demon.
限界だったんだ。だから俺は
Was that an element that she was corrupted by the demon, or is that what happens when they push themselves too far? That the goddesses are actually going to be part humans infused with demon energy, or whatever. Okay, never mind. It was right the first time.
かような事象は報告されていない。その可能性も神殿により否定されている。お前は自身に刻みすぎた聖印の暴走で自分の女神を手にかけた。
Okay, that's what gives him his power then. Got it.
俺はまともだ。女神が侵食されるなど妄言だ。いいから聞け。魔王現象に侵食された女神ほど危険な存在はいない。女神の力を振るう魔王現象が誕生する可能性だってあるんだ。
Yeah. I'm certain we're going to see that eventually because they've willed it into the world now. Keep looking at this guy.
調剤官、被告者は神聖な女神を冒涜する発言を繰り返しています。すでに重要事項の確認は終わりました。以後は発言を禁止するべきかと。
そのようですね。
I'm assuming these are going to be people that we're going to see later on, not knowing that these are who they are. The element of hiding their faces.
一刻も早くそいつらを見つけないと。そうか。全てが。
Oh, seems like someone's about to be sentenced to be a hero.
見つけ出す。必ず見つけ出してやる。俺と俺の聖騎士団、そして攻める場をはめた奴らを見つけ出して。
That's not readable.
絶対に殺してやる。
That's it. I remember that. It was that element of being a Attack on Titan ending credit there, while also the elements of the trailer seemed a lot like other shows that I thought, oh, this is going to be a ripoff of a bunch of other stuff put together. That's what threw me. Again, the element of watching a trailer that I couldn't. I know it's really odd for me to bring all this up now. That's the thing that reminded me right there. Yeah, no, I'm interested. I'm down for a good revenge story. There's that other one where the kid gets blamed for killing his dad and he gets thrown off the side of the floating island thing into the trash world down below. And I was like, oh, this is an amazing revenge story. Looks like. I think that one got near the top of the top 10. I'm down for this because again, if there's a political machination behind it, he's being framed, but he's also on the Suicide Squad thing now. It seems, you know. I think the name of this is like the stories of Penal Hero Battalion 90004 or something like that. 9004, obviously it's right there in the thing. But we only saw him and the other guy, so clearly we must at some point be assigned to a group. I'm assuming that must be what the guy in the background is, probably the leader of the Penal Battalion. So I gotta assume there's gotta be some sort of threat to this guy, because that wasn't established here. I mean, other than the Demon Lord stuff, like somebody who has the power to just say a word and a head pops. They've got to show us that eventually. The Amanda Waller of this universe. Obviously, the fact that this is 9004 implies that there's a lot of other hero battalions, and I have to assume the element is that he's different because he's essentially what's the name? What's the guy's name? Maximus Aurelius. He's the Maximus Aurelius of this specific thing. The idea that he comes from a storied background, he's got training and whatnot that makes him better than other criminals, and that the other criminals are going to just be like normal ass people, right? I assume that's going on with God, what's his name again? Datos, Sticky Fingers, is that he's just a normal ass criminal who was maybe a little bit stronger, maybe a little bit faster, but otherwise just had the gun, and the gun was what made him all right. I'm assuming everyone else is going to be like the Knights, or worse than the Knights, and that the Knights have training and armor and weapons, and that hero battalions are going to be like penal battalions, like Russia Front sort of thing. Well, old Russia Front, Soviet stuff. Like, I don't know if Russia still does that. Not getting into modern shit. I'm just referencing stuff. So yeah, I guess that all the seals and everything etched into him explains that, where his powers come from. And I guess the idea that they're presenting here is that etching the seals into you takes away from your humanity or ability to self-control. Because, I mean, they're implying Berserker Rage, obviously. That didn't seem implied to me by what we saw in the episode. And obviously they could be using that as an excuse to explain away, I don't know, like a deficiency in character that would lead him to do a thing. Obviously, they're trying to say that he lied about getting orders. Doesn't exactly explain that thing, because why would he be in a Berserker Rage but also fabricating lies? And why would they specifically set him up, knowing that he would end up killing a goddess if that's what they really care about? Again, the element that I have to take into consideration here is what I asked about the Demon Lord before. It's the 47th Demon Lord. Does that mean it's the 47th one to appear and that we've taken care of 46 through 1? Or is this a reverse count situation? This is the 47th. The closer you get to 1, the more dangerous they get. So him trying to take out the 11th Demon Lord was a matter of climbing the hierarchy. That needs to be established. The element of this is the 13th goddess. Does that mean that goddesses 1 through 10 and then 12 are still around? Because I think the one he had before, again, I gotta go back to make the board and all this to remember names, that they're still around, or that they only have 1 at a time. I mean, that might be a reason. Sorry, voice crack. I've been talking a lot. It's really tearing up my throat. That might be the reason why they might want to get rid of 1 if they only have 1 at a time, and one of them isn't so attached to a knight that they're willing to support that knight, which might then deflect away from political power or faith or whatever we're working with here. Now, if there's a bunch of them at one time, then I don't know. Again, more world building required, please. Although, how easy it was to steal this one. You imagine you would have given that whole division that was about to get overrun the duty of escorting a goddess, not a transport division, which was like 6, 7 guys? And again, I thought maybe the guy who ran away might have been the guy who might have been assigned to get that goddess. But obviously, why? That wouldn't make sense, actually, in hindsight. Obviously, it should have been someone at the temple that they were heading to. Although it seemed like that guy was implying that the temple might have been overrun or something. That, or he was saying run to the temple? I don't know. It was early on. Really hadn't gotten my feet yet. I'm not where the show was going. Obviously, I feel like we're going to get into the next episode. It's going to be more like, maybe it will be like Attack on Titan, when they're first learning their, the ropes of it. But also, I'm feeling maybe we could get next episode like a little more like a Saga of Tanya the Evil. Really depends. I do want more backstory about the Demon Lords. Obviously, they're not going the typical humanoid Demon Lord route, unless, again, the element of Demon Lord Corrupted Goddess, which, again, they've willed into the world. They've introduced it as a concept, now it obviously has to be a thing. And then, not for nothing, a Demon Lord infused goddess would be a humanoid character that we could have arguments about, or not about, with, and, normal human shit that could happen. I think I just had a discussion with Lessons and another reaction, probably a Gundam one. The idea of Tyranids from 40K. They are amazing as a concept. You can do stuff around them, but you can't do stuff with them because they're just one thing. They do the one thing, and where do you go from there? Well, it seems like the demons here do the one thing, they corrupt and they overrun. But you get a human in there who gets corrupted. And not for nothing, we haven't seen any proof that humans themselves just can't get corrupted. That the idea that a humanoid, not a humanoid, a goddess gets corrupted by a demon lord would be one thing. But there could be like, God, I don't know. The element of how the demon lord corrupts normal creatures is very weird. Because I'm thinking, like, what would a human look like corrupted by the demon lord? And it's like, I'm thinking, what's the fungus zombie thing? Not Among Us. Something Among Us is going through my head. Let's get the HBO TV show. You guys know what I'm talking about. Either you know what I'm talking about or you don't. And with the case, I'm just wasting time floundering about trying to figure out what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking the clickers from that. Like, that would be what humans corrupted by the demon would be. I guess oddly, plants can't get corrupted. However, it seems like the thing that the demon lord spreading the blight is plant-like. It very much looks like Princess Mononoke, the red tendril stuff. I mean, it's red tendrils here, but I meant the red tendril stuff from Princess Mononoke. The demonic growth that grows over like the boar leader guy. You know what I'm talking about. It's very interesting. I'm fully on board. I'm really hoping that the next episode we get some more world building. We got some here at the very end about what like the political scene is at the leadership of this empire or kingdom. Sorry. Again, I'm going to take my notes. I'm going to do the board. And I'm going to be able to really figure out everything from there, memory-wise, to keep track of the names of locations and stuff. I want a map. I want a history. I want to know the formations of the groups. Like, we know he was... Oh, God. I say we know, and then I instantly can't remember. what's her name was the leader of the 11th. He was the leader of the 5th or the 3rd. I don't know why I can't suddenly remember numbers. I want to know if those are still going on, if I can just keep track of like divisions and knighthoods and whatnot. I really wish the text was readable, but we pulled out the thing in front of him, and like there was the emblem, and then the text was just going to be unreadable garbage. Not garbage, but it's visually nice to look at. But if I paused and like zoomed in, I knew I wasn't going to be able to read shit, which I really do appreciate shows, and I know someone will appreciate this. 86, you could pause on any piece of paper, zoom in, and read the whole goddamn thing. I really love shows that do that, especially shows that do that and don't just copy and paste something. Gundam Seed, everything was like a news article from 2004. You're like, oh, okay, this is paperwork about Kiriamato's genetics. And it's like, no, actually, it's about a genetics company and their Yahoo article from 2004. Yeah. So, at the cost of clearly rambling, which is what I've been doing for the last, I feel, 10 minutes now, I think we're going to go ahead and cut it here. Again, next episode we'll come back with notes and a board. At some point after this recording, I will make some sort of temporary overlay for everything going forwards. Well, not everything going forwards. Say probably 4 episodes from now, I'll have a better overlay. So we'll say that much. So yeah. Once again, thank you to whoever for sponsoring. It's not that I don't know who they are. Just thank you to whoever. And we'll come back next time. So once again, I have been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions. And again, we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?